My dear brothers and sisters, as we reflect on the Word of God today, I would like to narrate an incident in a life of a senior priest. He was the parish priest in a parish. Now he is retired already, this priest. And when he was in that parish, he was working a lot. He was trying to do a lot of good in that parish. And he was a very saintly man, a man in prayer, and he was trying to do his best for the church. The people were very happy, but there were some in that parish who were working against this priest. They were not allowing him to do. They were not allowing him to work. And these people, they resorted to writing anonymous letters. They started sending him anonymous letters, threatening letters, very scary letters. So they started sending these letters to him, anonymous letters. But in spite of receiving all these letters, the priest continued with his good work. He continued doing good in that parish. And one day when this priest, he met me, he was telling me about his experience. He told me, "Father, they are writing these anonymous letters to me, but I made an announcement during my Sunday Mass that I have been receiving anonymous letters." I told the people, I said, "See, those of you who are writing these anonymous letters, I pray for you. These anonymous letters of yours do not disturb me in any way, because these letters of yours, there's a statue of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. I put those letters there at the feet of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, the image of Jesus, and I put all those anonymous letters of yours in the wounds of Jesus, and I pray for you. So those letters of yours are not going to disturb me. I'm not going to be hurt by them. I just pray for you." My dear friends, this priest knew what it meant to trust in the Lord. No matter how many stones the people, especially that particular group, they tried to hurl at him, it did not work. It did not work because he trusted in God. This was the same attitude in today's first reading. We see Saint Paul, when he's proclaiming Christ, when he's speaking about Jesus, the Jews come there especially to Lystra. They come from Iconium and they come from Antioch. And these Jews, they catch hold of Paul and they incite the crowds and they stone him. They stone Paul and they leave him there thinking that he has died. But in spite of all that, Paul comes back and he does not give up his preaching ministry. He continues working for the Lord despite being stoned by the Jews. Now, Paul was a member of that particular religion. He was a member of the Jewish religion and he was persecuting Christ once upon a time. He was all out for the Jews. But when the Jews realized that Paul is not with them, they stone him. That is the same thing that happens, my dear friends, when people no longer feel your need in their lives, they start stoning you. That is what happens to Saint Paul. But he is not disturbed despite all the stones that come upon him. In today's gospel, my dear friends, Jesus gives us a very reassuring message. He tells us, "Let not your hearts be troubled. Do not let your hearts be afraid." Why? "I give you peace. My peace I give you. Not as the world gives, I give you my peace." My dear friends, Jesus has given his peace to us. What is the meaning of true peace? True peace is trusting in Jesus, knowing that our lives are in the hands of Jesus. That is when we have true peace. When we surrender to him, when we learn to trust in him. My dear brothers and sisters, today, as we have the assurance of peace from Jesus, we have a call, first of all, to be lovers of peace, peace-loving people. And in the second place, to be instruments of peace, persons who will create that atmosphere of peace, who will get rid of all hatred, get rid of all revenge, get rid of all hurt. My dear brothers and sisters, that is the call to each one of us. The peace is promised to us by Jesus, and we have to spread that peace everywhere. As we are getting ready for the elections, my dear friends, this is exactly what we need to pray for: peace in our nation. If there has to be peace in our nation, we have to get the right government. We have to get a government who would promote peace, not promote enmity, not create disharmony, not create fights. We need a government who will promote peace, and we have to pray for that. So during today's novena, we have specially come to pray for this grace. Let us continue to pray for our country. Let us continue to pray for each one of us, so that we may receive the peace from Jesus, and that we may spread this peace all around. My dear friends, sometimes we think that, this person is destroying my peace, that person is disturbing my peace. But my dear friends, peace does not come from outside. Peace comes from within us. So if we remain peaceful, that peace comes to us from the Lord. But the devil is all out to destroy our peace. As Jesus in today's gospel says, I'm not going to talk much to you because the ruler of the world has come. The ruler of the world is the evil one, and he's all out to destroy. And when people are not peaceful, when people are fighting with one another, when people are in conflict, that is where evil thrives. So my dear friends, let us thank the Lord for this assurance of peace. Let us experience the peace from the Lord. Let us spread this peace like Saint Francis of Assisi, who always prayed, Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Let us make that same prayer today, asking the Lord for grace and strength through this Holy Eucharist.